If you don't know, I have made a community post based on one of my vlogs that I recently did on Neo. The vlog in question was me going over the Neo document that she been recently made since January 23rd, 2024.
It was actually the day before LOL.
But going a little bit more into depth as to why I'm making this video, I figured that I could make a collective series off from the free VODs that I've been making throughout the document, including my stream on reading the Neo document, as well as many other responses relating to the document from Grimskull, Kumo, and Gilded Poo. If you want to look at the unedited stream, I will link it down below on the very top of the description. But to give you guys a fair warning, as I was reading this document, I have a completely severe brain tumor from reading the stupidity off from Neo's document. This can range from grammatical errors, punctuation errors, and very much poisoning the well with toxic waste. As I'm editing this video, I'll also showcase which video was being played in the screen below as well. But let's just get to the showcase.
Hello everyone. I wasn't expecting to make this at all. I'm not gonna lie, considering that I haven't been paying attention to some of the shit that Neo, or Neora I should say, she recently just came back all of a sudden with a new document. Technically, I'm the type of person to usually ignore bits of the document, considering how Neo already made a document where she kind of just poisons the well so many times throughout the interaction between Ryo and others. But today is a little bit different. Inside the document that I will be displaying later on throughout this commentary, I'm actually mentioned briefly, or vaguely I should say, throughout this document. The document in question has to relate to, again, Ryo. But here's the thing, or here's the catch I should say. The catch is that Neo likes to play semantics once it comes to criticism or providing criticism. But in this document, it's about her victimizing herself. Considering the title of this alone, it's my experience with Lio Convoy. Today, we're going to be covering that document. Now, as you notice in the bottom left corner of the screen, or stream I should say, there's a counter called Neo Explaining. Now, what is Neo Explaining? Neo Explaining to me, and this is a term I came up by the way, Neo Explaining is technically Neo trying to spew out anything that kind of results in throwing shit at the wall. This includes punctuation and grammar errors, terminology, poisoning the well. Neo made this document pretty recently. I was notified about it through a third party that has nothing to do with this whole entire drama. But Neo made a document, and I'm going to be covering that today. There's not a whole lot compared to the actual document that Neo has been making throughout the whole years and everything. But there's something special behind this document, and because of that, I'll be covering the document as a whole, even if it comes to a point where I don't defend Lio on some of the stuff, because I will criticize the both of you whether or not I like you or not. I don't really care at the end of the day. Throughout my previous reading, throughout all this, it's pretty shit. I will get into why I think this document is just shit overall, to nobody's surprise. But let's zoom in here so that the audience can read it for themselves. So, starting off with this document here, there's already embeds of links that some of them I won't be going through at all, because some of them are either they are logs of the server or group DMs or whatever the fuck, and some of them are not viewable at all in the stream because of the Dolphin comic mentioned, which I covered in my Pedophile Hunter Civil War Part 3. Although I will showcase the drive links that Neo provides us here, including videos, clips, whatever the fuck you kind of relate to. And then I'll give my piece on that and follow along with her damning logic, apparently, against Lio and I. Let's just get right into the reading, shall we? So, starting off. Hi. I want to make a statement in regards to my own experience in Via Convoy in this community. During high school, until 23 years old, I watched Lio's, Hopeless Peaches', Queen Serafina's, and Coyote's content on the server's level thinking that they are just shitting on Spurgs. But I came in to find out that they were worse than what they project themselves to be. Back in January of 2023, I went to Queen Serafina's server unknowingly that her server contained minors in it, which made me uncomfortable considering that I was older than them. When I was playing Minecraft and VCs, these minors were having conversations about the Senate of that they recently moved to Serafina server after Senate just turned 18. Now, I will carefully actually review this off screen because considering the fact that it could be literally anything in those logs, so I'm gonna just hide my screen and see if it's actually viewable. If it's an HTML, I'm not fucking downloading it. I don't have the fucking time to look into these logs.
You got something to say to me, Squirt? Your mother has a job and is a respected member of the community.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's an entire fucking export of the server. I'm not fucking looking at it. Waste of my fucking time. Which, another criticism I can actually give in the document. So, criticism number 1. If you're gonna point out something, don't be fucking fake about it. Don't just post everything in the fucking screen logs or whatever the fuck. Because you're basically talking about Queen Serafina's server, but you're only providing the Senate logs. You're basically comparing apples to oranges in this scenario. And 2, if you're gonna be vague in your document without justifying a action and then run with hearsay, that's your problem. People are not gonna deem this as evidence if you're gonna just put a fucking exploit of the fucking chat logs of what Senate has occurred. I don't have the fucking time to look at everything, but besides that, let's continue. Including brief mentions about the mod Baiji with the Dolphin comic. During that time, I thought the Dolphin comic was just some goofy comic and not realizing it was actual Souphalia art of a dolphin going up a horse's womanhood until later on I left their community, added up to my part 3. And fun fact, by the way, Baishi actually left the Senate, but they still want to complain about it. Funny. A little later, I soon joined the Senate, which I regret choosing. It's an actual prison. Punctuation error again. Fucking hell. You cannot speak normally without being berated over the tiniest acts like doing the XD or emojicon. Neo. There's better terms for that. Fucking hell. Or not speak about certain topics, or you have to troll within what the mods wish for you to troll, and they force you to read over 2,000 rules within the server, or you'll be removed even though again 90% was choke rules. I was a participant in the Rosa Ray calls actually 4 fucking hours. I'm not going over it. But in a nutshell, I actually did watch this whole entire call. Yeah, there was some ableism. However, Coyote Lovely didn't actually knew that the person was on the spectrum. Well, at the time, throughout the call anyway. He didn't knew that the person was on the spectrum. And putting that on Lio just kind of screams guilt by association. But besides the point, another thing I want to mention throughout that point that she made. Spurg is actually a derogatory term for autistic people, so by that logic, you are ableist. Yeah, as it says here, I didn't appreciate how they were being ableists and how they were being treated, and how they have treated a very serious situation as an excuse to simply clown on the individual and blackmail them based on little to no evidence being shown about her having to intervene and tell Lio off, right on sentences, added up to the counter. Besides the point, Spurg is a derogatory term for people who consider themselves as Spurgs. So, good job, Nia, for moral baiting. It was so bad that Ponder Sprocket and Harley had to intervene and tell Lio off. After that, I gave my fair share of criticism to Coyote, which didn't go anywhere. After a week, I left Senate and joined Cass's server in late January. unknowing on the fact that Coyote will soon be exposed for dating a widow pedophile and Seethe named Seethe, true, and not helping a grooming victim file a police report in regards to their abuser and essaying the victim, also true. Nothing to do with Lyle, but whatever.
Posted it in North here. I actually realized this was a complete contradiction on Neo's part. So if you don't know, Frisky Doodle has been mentioned in this very document and has faced a similar situation to what Coyote has been experiencing. And if you notice that they were blaming Coyote for not teaching the victim to file the police reports, you'll later notice in this very snippet that Neo has been moving the goalposts just to blame Coyote Lovely as if he is responsible for the damages that Frisky Doodle has been experiencing. But when it comes to Seethe's victim, they are treated less seriously when they are a minor compared to Frisky Doodle, who is in her mid-20s by the way. To get even more special treatment just because Frisky's in Cass's crew. I don't know, just food for thought.
After a few weeks of fully understanding the Coyote situation and about the Kiwi Farms thread, in which I actually made by the way with Cedric, I hope that Lyle, when made aware of this, would remove Coyote immediately, which never happened until after the stream. At least he did stick around, didn't he? The final straw of Lyle was for Coyote to snap at the grooming victim by calling her a bitch. I was upset by this because during the time, punctuation error again, he would at least immediately remove Coyote when being told about this a week in advance. Oh yeah, I remember this. This whole thing is just the whole Fox Mafia moderation crew or whatever the fuck to call Lyle off for the semantics of Coyote Lovely doing this kind of crap. And this was pretty sure a couple of days prior to the Kiwi Farms thread being released, or just linking fucking Lyle, the Kiwi Farms thread that I and Cedric made. And this whole entire graffiti of the Coyote Lovely bit, he basically wanted answers from Coyote Lovely, in which he pushed out of Cass's stream just because I happened to interfere them on Twitter. And he was so confident that he will try to like debunk these accusations all the way down to like January, when he basically was in a group chat with Call Me Nail, Lumi, and 2 other people. They were bragging about these accusations being falsified and retaliation to me being caught on to Coyote's bullshit back in January. He was so confident back then, but he pushed out. After the stream with Coyote Lovely, Lyle told Coyote off, and this kind of resulted in him cutting off Coyote as a whole. If we continue reading here, this is just her semantics of calling Lyle out for some of this behavior, but I digress. Anyways, continuing here. This interaction resulted in me permanently leaving Lyle's community. Considering his past with Seethe, he would at least word to not take second chances, but I digress. He didn't. He did take second chances. He wanted Coyote to go on the stream with Cass when Cass has the right to question Coyote's antics when it comes to the whole flirting with Sappho bit. That's not giving him a second chance. There was a problem with Peaches, Lyle, and many others stating allegations that have little to no evidence about me, and others being these supposed zoophiles, pedophiles, zoo-apologists, and the forces of CP. I wonder, Neo, have you done the same to other people inside Senate too, including myself? And by the way, I'm not even in Senate that you claim to be in this document, which I'll cover that later. I'm just basically calling you a hypocrite. During this, they made out admissions that what they perceive within their own videos is untrue, especially the victim blaming, Wikipedia, unreliable source. The same victim that Coyote... Oh, this is actually a screenshot. I'll cover that. Okay, I will just restart reading this. During this, they made admissions that what they perceive within their own videos is untrue, especially the victim blaming the same victim Coyote was supposed to help. And this is just a screenshot. Okay, they're talking about Fursky here. If this is about Redacted, I did ask confused about the shit about her. For F-List was made by her groomer, made that she was 20, and it just cuts off from there. And apparently the top tweet, or the quote retweet, is blocked off. But let's cover the bottom tweet here. I personally believe that the grooming story about how the groomer pushed her to make an F-list, but the only ones that actually would fall to that time frame are Sekiro and Nana Reina, which is her other F-lists. Those are the ones we avoid bringing up. Again, we may not get along, but the truth is important. How is this exactly victim blaming? Victim blaming is blaming the victim for being victimized. How is this victim blaming? In fact, hold on, I actually do have the original tweet.
Number 5.
Godzilla.
This is the cut-off screenshot. Look, we may not get along, but you deserve the truth. There are fully F-lists. Nana Reina, made she was about 20. Sekiro, made she was also 20. And Fursky when she was made about 23 to 24. We only used the Fursky one on purpose. And, of course, their communication with the Helpless Peaches, which I can't feel out because her Twitter account is fucking private. But the thing is, throughout that whole entire bit with the cutted screenshot, it explains the contradiction throughout Fursky's F-list and her story about how and why she made the F-list in the first place. I actually disagree with Lumi with the whole time alignment bit because she still continuously uses those F-lists in her Second Life profile as her pimp sheet on Second Life, which is completely similar to what Patchwork Hearts did compared to taking commissions and doing feral art. So if you're gonna play semantics throughout all that nonsense, I at least have the fucking backbone to clarify of what you mean of what victim blaming is. Because this is not victim blaming. This is pointing out the inconsistency in Fursky Doodle's story. While this situation was going on, former members... fucking hell. Punctuation error. Former members started... Actually, I'm counting out as the second bit since Neo thinks victim blaming is a lying conspiracy, but whatever. While the situation was going on, former members started to state more brilliantly false allegations in regards to a friend of mine being a groomer, which the accuser admits to being false. Now this snippet of this video is my conversation with Fashwinset and Bravo, which I will play some of that actually.
You know, the first thing that I went to cast about whenever I heard about that was I said, hey, how long have you known North Earth? Because the first question is that. The second question is, are you mentally retarded? So, Nurse, are you legitimately mentally retarded?
I mean, I have BLD, so that's, yeah, I have been room for that, yeah.
Okay. Like, that's the thing. But I still don't believe that what had happened would be considered in any way grooming. And the other thing is, you know, like sharing intimate moments can get get you in trouble, man. Like that's just me talking out of concern for you.
Are you talking about the logs in the stream, or are you talking about what was described in the stream?
Well, I mean, you can describe, but to just like, you know, just share intimate moments, whether it's through chat or otherwise, can get you in trouble. You're aware of this, right?
And my intimate moments, they are talking about the logs that I had with what comes to Cass and I having described in this situation as intimate moments. Now, nowhere in city law or state law concedes fucking ERPs as intimate or leaking anything that is foreignerism in any shape or form. It is no intimate thing when it comes to any state at all. It doesn't matter because foreignerism exceeds on recording instances of intimate moments. I was not recording intimate moments. It was just simply not ERP, but more like suggestive roleplay. If I was recording a scenario, Cass and I were doing that. At that point, yeah, that would be illegal, but I didn't. Those are just chat logs that I happened to leak out to call out the only thing that Cass has been manipulative about. And considering that he lied throughout my relationship, already explains well enough of what is being displayed in the video. And I'll cover more to that too, but I was let this play out.
That's in state law in California, not in Oregon.
It's in a variety of states, but I'm saying that it's not worth editing. Like you can just describe it, and that's one thing. But
I did actually, but continuing.
I'm just telling you out of concern,
And that is the portion of that. Now, I did acknowledge that I did fucked up in that particular instance of calling Cass a groomer. But here's the thing, right? This screenshot here, if you don't know, I actually did cover this in my part 1 of the series. This was after our call, when I initially already admitted to the whole grooming aspect of it being false. They took that as me calling Cass a pedophile and within the server that I can't get proof of. Now the certain clip actually gone for screen to be backlisted in certain servers, especially from 3D modeling servers like Bubblegum Bass, for example. Shortly after her initial ban, she went balls to the walls over the fact that she got banned, and even as going as far as blacklisting me because I commissioned her to make a VTuber model. The reason why I want to point this out is because Fursky has been trying to call out a dogpile on me over the fact that I called Cass a pedophile, which I never did at the time. So this is before the situation happened to call. This is the exact day why I did that stream. These chat logs were pursuing that I did that stream and ran with the fact that I called Cass a groomer. And this was before our call with Flashwinsett and Bravo, in which people were taking my allegation and then saying that Cass is a pedophile. And technically, it was something that I acknowledged even before the Flashwinsett call. But they basically poisoned the well to the point where they distribute what I actually said throughout that interaction and not take a second chance to look at what I actually was displaying throughout the context of me calling Cass a groomer, which I admitted to. I have overreacted and acted on based on emotion off of that alone.
Dog died, fish died, cat died, mom died, train derailed, plane crashed, building, eviction. Fuck!
Even at a later point, Wyatt will make another grooming allegation with little to no evidence. Fucking, oh my god, Neo. If you're gonna use fucking definitions. Even at a later point, Wyatt would make another grooming allegation with little to no evidence about my friend, which I haven't seen legitimate proof of. Would like the victims explain it, and not just to trust me, bro. But during this whole thing, these accusations keep on getting debunked by the very accusers. These accusers, who are these self-proclaimed vigilantes, are not police. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Adding up to the counter, and having a past of not really getting rid of these supposed monsters from the internet. And to add on to the whole groomer bits of Lyle Convoy here, you're not really providing where he addressed this whole groomer thing. You're just making shit up throughout all of this. If they have all the chat logs with me archived, then you should go scrim over it a bit and see what I meant. Alright. I'm pretty sure they had screenshots of certain bits, which you might actually have the archive for in case if they actually tried to cut off additional context. I'll let you know ahead of time if that's the case. Even in the beginning of this drama in early April, punctuation error again, I came out against Wyatt for his inconsistencies and double standards. I hope this will help him understand that he made an error on his end by making allegations based on guilt by association. Who knew? You don't say, Neo. And little to no evidence against Cass. Actually no. If you actually look at this video, it's a bit vague as an outsider, but if you are actually invested to the whole Cass shit, it does actually add up to everything that he's actually displaying. I was theoretical during this as well. Immediately, the punctuation error again. Lyle responded very aggressively while calling me a troll shooter because I stated that I was a victim of SA and being preyed upon online by a predator during my call out. Since I am against him, I am not a What are you yapping about? What? Neo. Oh, I want to read this again. I'm sorry.
Is that a chicken?
Do you know what fucking troll shooting means, Neo? It's preventing yourself from being looked into by being part of a fucking community. Show me where that Lyle called you a troll shooter because you were a victim of SA. Guess that has nothing to do with your fucking SA. It has to do with you being partaking of Cass's community. I was a bit upset by this and continued the confrontation to the point where that Lyle has threatened to showcase my private information. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Hold on, I'm gonna look at this in case if it's showcase worthy. Oh yeah, it's just a stupid fucking nickname tweet thing. Oh my god. Are you still fucking doubling down on the fact that you claim to be doxxed? Good fucking grief. I was told about this video days ago, considering how stupidly unhinged and incorrect your last thread is. All this is going towards me is that you're still stupid and still afraid to actually confront me in a call. Still want me to find you? That was an odd challenge. Neo, this has nothing to do with the fucking doxing bit that you so programmed to experience. And Lyle can actually take word to that if he wants to, even. But I know that's fucking full of shit. I didn't take his threat seriously, it just poked fun of him. In response, Lyle has hinted to me that he has received information by stating my Alliance nickname. Oh my god, Neo, you're... Oh my god. It's a fucking nickname, you dumbass. Oh my god. And I already provided proof that you flat fucking doxed your whole entire fucking information, including the high school that you went to, on my second part of the video. Now, I did find an actual archive of her old channel here. And as you can see, there's a deviant art right here. Along her Steam Labs, her Twitch, and this Redbubble. Oh, what's this? Oh, her Redbubble account. Very interesting. As of Neo, she got scared that her Facebook got leaked. But would you look at that? With Quail Marebera. Not only that, the high school that she went to. Oh my god, this is already giving me a brain tumor that only my family and IRL friends know. Okay, this is my first time dealing with being doxxed and reacted by blocking Lyle in fear of my own and family's safety. Or you're just deflecting, but whatever. Lyle will respond to someone at a later point that he murderly was joking about it. Making a threat of doxing someone isn't a joke. It never was. Lyle clearly doesn't understand the results and ramifications of showing private information by actually saying my full name within his video on September. And that same video, by the way, Neo, you know what's funny? They called you out for having the same fucking name in your Steam profile, which is publicly accessible. That is not doxing, Neo. Oh my god, you're stupid. Jesus Christ. You know what? And since we want to play semantics of this, let me actually show you the case where you have been formally called out throughout all of this. Let's just play this bit and then speed up the fucking video, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, her Steam profile. She didn't work the second time. Which Wild clearly just pointed out that you so happy to fucking miss. It doesn't take 5 fucking seconds, Neo, to check the fucking video. Oh my god. Later in April, I would make a very poorly made document that I will admit was not even productive and was poorly researched. Later in time, I held myself accountable and deleted the first document, and later on September 6th, I will release a revamped document. Did it stop the slander and harassment? No. It continued until Wild's recent video on Kai Weiss, where he would make assertions and outright blatantly false claims that I was an enforcer of CP. If you're gonna say that, point out what the fucking timestamp of that is. Just showcasing the fucking video that I have reacted to, by the way, has nothing to do with you. To even prove my claim here, too, Gilded Pooh has actually made a video on Cass's downfall, on calling the hypocrisy of you complaining about doxing. And I have a fucking video archive of you doing exactly that, too, in my playlist of Fox Mafia archives. And in the same video, Cass defends Gage the Doomer guy, whatever the fuck his name is, of him making a meme with CP material. He saved the fucking image and used it as a fucking meme. And Cass defended him until it was convenient enough for him to drop Gage just because Gage wouldn't buy into Cass's bullshit. And his response to that specifically is that he privated his account. Let me grab that video real quick. Hold on.
Oh, no. You see, the child porn, it was just a goof. It was just for laughs, you know? Why aren't you laughing?
I'll let this play out. Just for your goodness gracious ears, Neo.
While we're on the subject of friends of Kaz Warfox's inner circle and defenders, etc., we need to talk about a guy that goes by Gage on the internet. Gage, about 6 or so years ago, was chewed out for allegedly sharing child porn.
Why did you post child porn?
Yeah.
Really now?
What do you mean? Yeah.
So if it's sensitive and cropped to put certain parts out, that still qualifies?
Yeah, how do you explain Japanese porn in that case?
That's an entirely different thing.
No,
I mean, that's intended to be explicit, where that was more or less intended for the purpose of commentary. I realized that I went too far and gotten rid of it because I realized that this was just way too much and it was a little bit inconsiderate to put it all out.
A little bit inconsiderate? Are you for real right now? A little inconsiderate?
Okay, very inconsiderate.
That was a really disgusting thing to do. Like, I'm not even that close with Emery, but that was gross. Like,
okay, I get it. It was wrong. You don't need to browbeat me with it, dude. I'm pretty aware of how bad it was when I thought it over.
You were just saying it was a little inconsiderate, but it wasn't that fucked up. You were kind of justifying it a little. So I don't know what this I get it. I'm just a poor little baby bird.
Nope.
Leave me alone.
Not a baby bird or shit like that. I'm willing to admit what I did was wrong. That's why I undid it.
Let's get this portion of the video, but you get the point.
Now, disregarding what I or you may think about all of that, I need you to bear in mind that it doesn't really matter what I or you think about that because, you see, 5 years after that conversation, Kaz Warfox gave his opinion on it.
This is what I find funny, because essentially, this whole thing is their admittance that they don't have an argument, so they're going to try to intentionally twist shit from 2017. By the way, no one cares about this anymore because,
all the people involved have essentially cannibalized each other and fucked off.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're essentially chasing a fucking ghost, trying to grab what's left of it, even though it's been dead for 5 years.
Oh, absolutely. There's no point in caring. There's nothing going on here that's actually interesting.
And that clip from 2022, the full stream of which is linked in the description below, along with everything else that's been clipped here today, it's interesting solely due to the fact that a year later, he seems to have completely changed his mind because he uploaded the entirety of the initial call I just showed you from 2017. He uploaded it on his alternate fucking YouTube account. And then, after he was called out by these people, he privated it.
So, explain that to me, Neo. What Wild is referring to is why I rightfully called him out back in late August regarding his horrible suggestion of Mint to go record their essay. I was making the legality argument about how this supposed evidence would not be admissible in court because it would be considered CP by law. Another punctuation error, but if we were to follow your logic with this statement here, surveillance, CCTV, catching somebody being groped sexually or raped is illegal to send out because it will be foreignrism. That's your logic behind that. And to even further prove my point with that too, I asked FNGR, one of the people in the call, what events been prior to the whole Mayhart situation, and Lyle clarified, even FNGR clarified as well, that this whole entire bit was a last case scenario. And what's funny too, is that you weren't actually making the actual legality argument that you so happen to call yourself out in this very snippet that you happen to call within your tweets here. You weren't going by the fact that you were just trying to go for the legality argument. Because even that is not true of what you claim to be illegal. Because at that point, CCTV wouldn't fucking exist if that were to be the case. Let's read these tweets here. Even if so, the evidence would not, adding up to the counter, will not be used in court. Another punctuation error. The best way to solve this were to have Mint do a rape kit and send it to the local police. Well, here's the thing, Neo, and I hope you're watching this, by the way. Rape kits deter whether you had sex with a person or not. They don't deter rape. They deter whether or not you have sexual interaction with someone. Having someone record someone being raped, no. My heart was recording herself if that were to happen, but it didn't happen. You're just spewing bullshit right now. Having Mint record herself being raped is endangering the child within, oh my god, at the time, but also Lyle would have possession of CP, which is a vague consideration that Neo's calling out Lyle for faking that the supposed evidence that Methart would have him send it to Lyle, which Neo never proves whether or not Lyle was having that idea to have that material and then send it over. That was Methart's decision to do that, not Lyle's. But continuing the other bits of the screenshots, taking it out of context. Can you explain to me what is out of context? Multiple things, Neo. The fact that you are technically taking this out of proportion and poisoning the well by saying that Lyle was asking for evidence of the CP when he never did, and he never provided proof of that either. Because Grim and I have linked the actual video in the description to show the full call itself. Yeah, in that same call, Lyle never said to send the fucking material over to him. No matter what, if it's a recording of grammatical shit. Fucking hell. I find it very fucking hilarious that you conveniently try to defend the fact that he is doing a Chet Goldstein move. That's kind of an alignment to Kaz Warfox, so that's a soft call out there. Anyways, when Chet Goldstein did very similar tactics, their evidence was never used in court because they, quote unquote, Jesus Christ, parentheses fucking exist. You don't need the fucking quote and then add they into the fuck. Oh my god, this is pissing me off from the grammatical shit. Has committed actual crimes to endanger the victims to pedophiles. Does this mean you are okay with those doing similar tactics? No. You're poisoning the well with this. The fact that you quadrupled down on this is fucking insane. For clarification of that clip, back in September 27, 2018, the day of the creation of the GoFundMe, Lyle, FNGR, and Via had a Skype call discussing of the moves to do, don't care. During this, Lyle has stated he had told Mint that if the donation doesn't work out, that Mint should no, which is the worst thing you can do for multiple reasons that can affect the case, and not having it being used for court for reasons. 1. Possession of CP. No. 2. Evidence would be considered conspiracy and would be admissible in court. Where 3. Endangerment of the victim. When it's their decision, Neo, it's their decision to post that, whether or not they had to send it to the police or not. But they didn't. They didn't have to endure that. Lyle completely misconstructed what I was saying to say I have 4 CP. Lyle's exactly like Muck. Oh my god. Lyle is exactly like Mama Max, where if you don't align yourself with him, you are against him. Well, I can pretty much say the same to you, Neo. So are you Mama Max? Oh my god, your alignment of fucking logic kills me. It won't just call you a predator enabler or a suicidal enabler. You aren't wrong, but you are not aligning yourself to that scenario alone. That is Kai Lice being Kai Lice, not Neo being Neo, which is fucking retarded. This exact thing has been happening to the bigger commentary creators when they are going against Mama Max by being called a predator enabler by Max's fans named Red Pagan, due to Max being called out for his interaction and shady practices. This literally summarizes my year-long situation with Lio, his community, his associates. I'm not an associate. Anyways, and other small to big commentators that entertain the poorly made allegations against me that you don't clarify in this fucking document at all, by the way. And my friends, which is also something you don't clarify in this document either. In regards to the apparent doxing allegation levitated towards me, I would like to make clarifications that there was no doxing involved. This was in relation to the Gilded Poof video that I showcased. Considering the factor that 3 individuals that I supposedly doxed made it clear that they referred to themselves by their IRL names publicly in Discord or within their own videos. These 3 being Lio, Pizza, and Box. So that's not doxing then. Which, if you understand that, you want to be complaining about doxing in this document at all, actually. So that is a contradiction. So add up to the fucking counter. And information was not used for any malicious intent. It was supposed to be used to be sent to the police, with it, which for others besides Box was the case. For Box's case, it was a mere guess, considering within videos, another punctuation error, they would announce themselves by their first name. The intent was to see if my hunch was correct, that their apparent first name was legitimate. Unlike Lio, I did not use this information for the sake of live ruination, but still decided to report them to the cops anyways. But I digress. It was for productive purposes, like giving this information to the cops, considering that my friend was actually harassed IRL by Pizza. That is all I'm going to say here, since these are... Fucking hell, another punctuation error, but adding on to the whole was being over-exaggerated by Neo's part here. What they're referring to is Pizza contacting Cass's mother, which is not what Neo is trying to distribute throughout the document. Pizza contacted Cass's mother, which he didn't know that it was his mother, and thought that was actually Cass. Which you can also say that Pizza was also irresponsible of identifying information, which I showcased in my part 4 of the series, of Pizza falsely accusing Sarah of being a pedophile. Go watch it if you haven't. And then the thing is, this whole entire segment is in the fucking Medicare forums, which I will link in the stream afterwards. If you also look into the Medicare forums, I also want to say this real quick, since she's been basically moral baiting. She has said a lot more derogatory terms in that specific site, being under the account Retro, or the Scooby-Doo profile picture, which I happen to call out Neo for hiding under a fucking A-Lock account. That is all I'm going to say, since there are active proceedings behind the scenes. Now, the accused claimed that he's against doxing, but in reality, he doesn't care for doxing based on convenience, considering that he allowed someone who self-admits to doxing my friend, and another individual that self-admits dating a 17-year-old when they are 20 to stay in the server. Looking through all this, of course, she's being vague throughout all this. And this is in relation to Gilded Poo. Yeah, let's just read this tweet, actually. Is everyone around me retarded? I don't give 2 fucks about who stalks to. For all I care, people can go to its house and grape it and its bird. That's not the point. The point is that Neo actively participated in the doxing server with Cass on the psyops. Miss Emily, if you cannot grasp why it is bad for retarded weirdos who cry about doxing all fucking day long while spontaneously participating in the doxing server, you are either brain dead or you've been incredibly dishonest. She is a hypocrite. Simple as that. Neo, you called yourself out. I said I considered dropping you if your justification was up to 7 upon release. That ended up with me saying I need to think about it. Gilded Poo can clarify that on its own. I don't care. Post-editing North here. Gilded Poo actually made a video responding to Neo's document. And I'm gonna play the section where you disqualified that bit of the document.
Now the accused claimed that he is against doxing, but in reality he doesn't care for doxing based on convenience, considering that he allowed someone who self-admits to doxing my friend and another. I think she's referring to me.
But what does that even fucking mean?
She's basically saying that I'm not against doxing as long as it's, I guess, somebody I don't like, which is weird because she links to the conversation that I had with Pizza, where I'm having an argument with Pizza over why I don't want him doxing Kaz.
It's weird. They always like post something contrary to their fucking argument. It's so fucking weird.
I also like how in her document she gave like 5 guys. I wasn't doxing, I just guessed right, and it wasn't doxing either because I gave the information to the police. So like, whoa, those two things are mutually exclusive.
Yeah, it's really weird. And I agree with Grim here, like showing contrary evidence to prove a point. Like that call is the last actual conversation I have with Pizza in my server because he left immediately after that call because I complained about him wanting to dox Kaz.
And then you banned him.
These sound like facts that are getting in the way of the narrative, and we just can't be having that.
Pretty much.
But the point is, Neo fucking construes and cherry picks the fucking tweet that Gilded Poo was making a point of you being a fucking hypocrite on holding other people's doxes and then complaining about fucking doxing within the same interaction of you reacting to the whole Met Heart thing. Claimed that one of the participants in my server gave the $15 to the whistleblower to regain the information. When I spoke to the patient or participant, punctuation error, actually 2 of them, because one's right here. They stated that originally it was a joke, and the whistleblower misunderstood the joke by taking it literally. And results based on him feeling bad that they gave the whistleblower the 15, but not for the intent he joked about previously. To my knowledge, even though this information is already public known by the 3 individuals, their information was never publicly showcased outside the server by me or anyone, and so it's not doxing if it's public information, Neo. Austin Carter is public information. By the way, that's Pizza's name. That is not doxing, Neo. So why are you trying to sugarcoat on the very thing you are accusing Gilded Poo that it is not doxing, but complain about doxing in the fucking document anyway? Explain that shit. To my knowledge, even though the information was publicly unknown by 3 individuals, their information was never publicly showcased outside the server by me or anyone, and I haven't seen any proof. Right on, Sensitive. And I haven't seen any proof yet, not just the trust me bro. The same accuser and others went to where they... Wait. I don't know if they're referring to me. I know they're referring to me in this, but... The same accuser and others went to where they forged screenshots with inspect element as evidence that I am this third-party named worker archivalist, which proves to me that they are very obsessive about me. Me critiquing your accusations against me is apparently me being over-obsessive. Curious. Dude, I actually don't fucking get how my name is on the fucking file, but they call me a accuser where you can just mention my name throughout the fucking PNG, but whatever. Reading this down below. Hold up, how do you get what is shown at 5? It's actually an HTML edited where you configure a red with expect elements, but I wish it was a legitimate screenshot. We do a bit of trolling. Now here's the thing, Neo. It's a fucking skit for a reason. The whole video is a fucking shitpost. Of course I'm gonna fucking forge shit, but here's the thing too. That screenshot that I showcase wasn't even from me. And I don't care if I threw Lumi under the bus here, but that image has been made by Lumi because it's funny. And you have poor fucking Opsect throughout the fucking skit. I do not why.
You serious? You don't know? Everybody knows you never go full retard.
This shit's giving me a fucking brain tumor, dude. Oh my god. I do not why they think I am worker when I haven't been active in bumps. Because you have fucking poor Opsect, Neo. And that aligns to your fucking account in so many fucking ways. But
Post editing North here. I actually forgot to mention this throughout the editing of this video, but I did cover this part of the video where worker is actually Neora. So stay tuned for that, as I will showcase that in my second live stream where I'll give an update to Neora. I would like to state my issues regarding how other content creators fail to do nonsense in a situation by taking Lyle's word for face value and never had spoken to me or my friends who are actively dealing with actual harassment. Online harassment is real. Anyway, these individuals being Mr. Sin, Slug, Kumo, Grimskull, and Silver Fox. For Sin and Slug's case, they had just taken Lyle's word out of face value, creating more fire for the situation, resulting in more harassment in the process. Well, here's the thing, actually. I actually did watch the Slug video as well as the Sin video. They don't actually link the timestamp on where they actually clarify what is considered taking word for face value when they literally said in the fucking stream that is not timestamped in the fucking document, that they called the documents that you made retarded. I don't know how to put it lightly to this, but that's copying their word from the stream that they happen to show in the timestamp that you don't provide. But in Slug's video, they actually did split it to parts of the video. For Kumo, Grimskull's, and Silver Fox's case, they were given I didn't have to counter. They were given information in regards to our situation for quite some time, and they were given the document that basically clarified everything in regards to our situation, comma, but no period. Fucking me, another counter. But let's look into the Kumo bit, because Kumo wanted me to actually look into this, and then let him know if there's actually cut off context. I could do some voice acting. Please. I have been reading too much of this, and it's actually getting me brain rot. You can call me on Discord for that, Enla, if you want. Hello, hello.
Fucking house, baby.
Yo, Enla. Hello.
I'm sorry for clowning on your grammar so much.
Damn.
But hey, you're gonna do it to Neora. I get to do it to you.
Throughout this whole conversation with VC, you can see the stream, right?
Yes.
All right.
Who do you want me to be?
Well, there's multiple people in the thing. We can
Unless
just
you
take
just
turns.
want me to read all of it.
No, we could just take turns, I guess.
Okay.
Or if you want to be Kumo, then you can be Kumo.
We're on the second screenshot, right?
We're in the screenshot that says 122.23.0141.jpg.
So the one where Kumo's saying Leo was digging through my fur affinity?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's not Kumo, but yeah.
Well, okay, that Kumo's whatever.
Okay, go
Alright,
ahead.
Redacted says, Laya was digging through my fur affinity and made the accusation that I am a zoophile Lyle also confused Berenstein Bears. Oh, I said the same thing. That's so funny. Lyle also confused the Berenstein Bears with Brother Bear. LOL.
Right. Were you actively liking and sharing this shit? Were you horny posting? Were you just following the artist and were ignorant to the gross shit? You're not really giving me much here. Pointing up.
I wasn't doing much. It was literally followed and that was it. Someone else in the conversation says, yeah, he was ignorant to it because he had his safe for work filter on and couldn't see the nasty stuff. Redacted says, just following and was ignorant to the nasty stuff.
Let's feral the bulk of their art, and that cuts off from there.
So these screenshots aren't in order then?
They aren't. That's the hard part about this.
Yikes. I mean, it seems like the next one follows up on it exactly.
Wait, hold
because
on.
both of them are at 7:15.
Yeah, no, this is a completely different vein.
Is it? Because it's in the same exact minute.
Hold on.
Kumo asks that
There we go.
question at the bottom at 7:15, and then in the next screenshot, it's still 7:15.
Hold on. Fuck.
You know there are arrows on the side in Drive, so you don't have to close and open them?
I know, I'm just being stupid.
Okay.
Okay, it does actually line up. My bad.
Oh my god. What are you reading to get to this conclusion?
The fucking timestamp of everything, because this is actually before, too. There we go. This is the actual alignment. What was the reason for following the account?
If you look at Seethe's activity on Fur Affinity, he hasn't been active much on there.
Yes, but...
Sorry. Oh, sorry. I got really into it. Yes, but it's hidden safe for work mode from, god damn it. Can they just say everything in one fucking post? God. From what I remember, it was like a 7:30 mix of safe for work and not safe for work. At Nerd, and that's Neora. Is Nerd Neora?
Yeah.
Oh, at Neora, I guess I'll just say that. Do you have the picture with the account with the safe for work filter on? Also, I don't use as much. I can't fucking believe you. I can't fucking believe you. Basically, what Seethe is saying is in Fur Affinity, when you I'm not going to do that. Basically, what Seethe is saying, and Seethe is Cedric, right? Because
Yeah.
I know that Red mentions him
Yeah.
in his video. Basically, what Seethe is saying is in Fur Affinity, when you have the safe for work on, you can't see the feral.
Like,
I guess. Unless they don't tag it as safe for work.
Yeah. Why couldn't you start with that? This is all stuff that could have been shot down more effectively. Efficiently.
There you go.
Yay! I corrected myself. Yay! And hopefully it actually continues here.
It seems like it does, yeah.
7:12. This
But it
whole...
says 7:19.
Oh wait, you're going at the bit. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
There are some that are
What
out
if-
of order because there are some here that are at 7:12, 7:13.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Mm.
One in particular was the Fred going at Coyote for.
The Sappho up and the Zercarlo shit. It's a Kiwi Farms thread laying out a lot of the major dramas that Coyote was a part of, and showing that he was flirting with zoophiles.
True.
Guy in Red Guy with Hat says, flirting with hypnotist Sappho and harboring a zoophile chat on Telegram, laying out a thread with actual information. I don't know, maybe the fact that he was running an illegal honeypot, using children as bait. I don't, how is an illegal honeypot? How does that work?
Apparently Hottie Potty is legal. But to add on to that, that's actually false. Coyote Lovely never used children as baits at all. So I don't know why they pull that out of their asses, but out of topic, but just want to clarify that. If it would be easier, you can all choose someone you trust to speak on your behalf. Prep them with receipts, and I can do a sort of interview because I'm not going to take these claims lying down. That makes a lot of sense.
Girlfriend.
Boy Kumo afterwards.
Alright, so the next screenshot is out of order. Are we skipping that, or are we just,
yeah, sure, I guess.
Because the one after that is at 7:25 p.m.
Okay. Which
I
one
think
are you?
This one...
Mm.
Yeah, the one where Kumo says, I can even pitch shift the voice if needed. And I'm pretty sure this is coming after what he just said before.
Okay, so scrolling through these screenshots, it's also the fact that it screenshots specific events without clarifying what events are being taken place in a certain chat as well. So even more disorganized.
Would it help you if I said which number it is?
Yeah, please.
231326.
Oh, the beginning. Yeah. There we go. I can even pitch shift the voice if needed, but I'm not going to represent you. I just want to take these,
Whoop.
Yeah, I don't think you can say that, but I'll just say it
No.
for you. No? It's not your server. You're in the DM call with me. You're on my
Hey,
stream.
listen, I'm not gonna say it, but you can say it.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to take these faggots down for good. I'm confident that with what you provide in my experience, I can end this autism for good.
You raise an interesting point, Kumo. I think the problem is that Lyo knows what we all sound like. He might be able to figure out who's talking. There's a bunch of this in the document. Red Hat guy says, you underestimate what audio editing can accomplish. As if Lyo can audio edit.
Did he assume everything?
Honestly, even with the interview, the only thing I've learned is simply put, a good chunk of people aren't going to listen to begin with. I mean, yeah, they got a point. Because Leo's people aren't really the type to be reasonable. They aren't. Red Hat guy says, never have, never will be. Neora says, well, look, everything's in the document. Just showcase it to these, redacted, and then let them read. All of us are trying to move on, and in honesty, I am at the point of going apeshit because every fucking time we say we want to move on, we get dragged down. So here, just give it to those people that are bitching at you. The accusers are being far worse than what they are preaching about us. This knows everything they had to say. And, it's the same document that she gives basically everybody. Like, is that the old document?
From what? It's, exposing the damage control. Oh, okay, yeah, no, this is the, add-on document that, Neora remade to point out, the legality argument shit that she was trying to dispute. So it's not the old document that I was referring to. I would have by now if I knew he had the time to invest in reading it. But at the moment, I'm aware of his many projects he committed to right now. The Senate stuff is sort of his side quest of retards to bully. He's really hell-bent for giving back at the God damn it. FCK, thank you. People or some stuff like that. I'll be honest, a lot of names in here sound familiar.
The next screenshot is Neora linking a bunch of Google Drives.
Oh, yeah. Here you go. All the videos regarding to the Harvey and Foxton shit. It goes over everything.
There you go. Fucking read it.
Fucking read it, bitch.
More, and then she links more stuff.
Yeah, and this is a different... Oh, wait, this is before the Cedric shit, actually.
I do see in here that Neora has stuff in the Google Drive about Anon confessions, about Leo and Peaches, but Anon confessions don't really mean much.
Oh, are you reading the document?
No, I'm just seeing what Neora is posting here in the Discord chat.
Wait, really?
There's a... She posts a Google Drive and says Anon confessions about Leo and Peaches.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Grab the clip about the Anon confessions, but again, Anon confessions don't mean a whole lot.
Yeah.
Because people can just make up shit.
We're at the screenshot that says 23/17/55.
Yep, I'm on that one.
Alright, perfect.
Alright, this might be helpful to Kumo. I've sent this to Fursky as well. This is one of her groomers. This is about the art. I'm not gonna make a new Fur Affinity account just to dig into Avian King Menagere's gallery and pull out examples. Who?
I don't know. Probably referring to one of the artists that Fursky follows. Wait, what's the stuff they fussing about? Just dinosaurs eating people?
If you scroll up, there's an interview with Catboy and a complete separate third party who knew Marcus and can verify that he really was a groomer.
No shit. Sorry.
And then in response to what Kumo said, they say, No, Avian King Menagerie has drawn NSFW dinosaurs based on fantasy animals mixed with real animals, but he draws the NSFW to pay rent and feed himself. Fair enough. I follow that artist for his world building on his story involving his persona, the Moa. I like the Gandalf emu. Not the... Oh god, I don't know those words. Just dinosaurs.
Yeah, just dinosaurs.
Not dinosaur flashing her yellow melons to attract a mate. What the fuck is going on?
They're referring to their following of Fur Affinity, which I already covered that by part 2, which, she basically follows, like, any kind of, feral...
Who fucking cares?
That's your opinion!
Cares?
That's your opinion!
Who fucking cares who you follow on fucking Listen, I follow fucking artists who draw skeletons fucking each other, okay?
Okay, and...
I don't need this shit.
So don't complain about that.
I'm just saying, like, why does it fucking matter? I mean, it's not like it's illegal.
No, but it's literally deflecting from the real issue that Fursky thinks that, fucking... God damn it, I have to... kind of, it relates to her fucking F list.
Alright, well, I'm just here to read, so I'm not gonna...
Argue?
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue. I'm just saying personally, like, I don't see how any of the Fur Affinity stuff matters.
It's
unless
more
there
of
was,
the
like,
F list
illegal
bit.
shit on there. So what's in the F list? Is there, like, kinks in there that are illegal?
Zoophilia under yes. Zoophilia, any animal genitalia is under yes as well.
Yeah, I could make an argument about the animal genitalia thing, but I won't here. But the zoophile thing, yes, that's an issue.
Yeah, okay.
And that's typically... Well, anyway, whatever. This isn't my stream.
Well, I have to believe you were groomed by default, especially...
Kumo's saying this, by the way.
Yeah, I know. By default, especially with given Fursky was on the same meds as I was, and not only do they permanently fuck with your head, I have developed schizophrenia, but children on those meds are very susceptible to manipulation and coercion.
Coercion. You just spelt it wrong.
Yeah. The fact that you can name those medications give your story credibility.
Alright,
next one. Okay, this one actually aligns. There we go.
Yep. I draw anti-zoophile and pedophile art of those types of people being gored and vored to death. Why the fuck would I ever think the sexual artwork of the sexual aspect of it is okay?
Because you have it on your F list under yes.
Yeah. What? Oh yeah, that was the main fact that got me to understand where she was coming from. When I was young, dealing with my stuff, I had some psychiatric help. Never anything permanent, thankfully. Just some meds for a while and some methods to deal with my stuff. So when she told me that, at first I was So when she told me that, at first I completely related to her there. Jesus Christ. People don't know how to use punctuation.
Yep. Especially Kumo in this part as well.
Oh my god. Kumo does tend to do this, and it's annoying.
Yeah, but I fall to that category too, but whatever. In Arizona, especially among kids and CPS and DCS custody, kids in our generation were put onto those meds for a time, and it's fucked an entire generation. If I recall, they were testing the medication on us, and it's no wonder orthodox or acceptable to describe them to kids. I started them when I was 8, and I was threatened to be thrown into a mental hospital if I refused to take my meds all my childhood. I have only been off for them for 6 years and been self-aware for 5 of them. This is the part about Lyle and Peach's pretentious bullshit.
Pretentious.
I said that correctly. Bullshit. Okay. That really gets me tight. They don't know jack shit about the victims' perspectives in any of these cases, and the fact that they never successfully put any predators behind bars only convinces me further that Lyle pocketed the GoFundMe money.
Okay, sorry, I won't say anything. Although I will. No, I won't say anything. It's not my stream.
Yeah, I won't say anything either, to be fair.
What? Wait, why are you not saying anything?
Mostly because I don't know most of the GoFundMe stuff anyway.
Oh, well, I was just gonna say, I feel like it's a stretch to say that he's definitely pocketing the money when that would be committing fraud.
Or
It'd be a lot
money
harder for him
laundering.
to get a... Or money laundering, yeah, and that would be a lot harder for Leo to get away with if that was true. I have no reason to believe that he's actually pocketing GoFundMe money. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
The fuck was that, you?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh. Didn't sound like you at all.
I went close to the mic there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I'm on the next screenshot. Alright, I'll try my best.
You don't have...
Kaz
Yeah, go ahead.
Warfox says, okay, that's just Leo clearly projecting, but since apparently I have to keep addressing what I've already addressed the last couple of days with some friends of mine, I might as well only entertain regarding to this one more time. But the time Redacted was talking to me, they were already 18, and for the first part, what I described as a mentorship with them involving pedo hunting, ew, gross, was just simply helping them out, teaching them how to archive information and how to properly report this to the authorities in a way that makes sense to the cops.
Okay, I want to pause you right there. That is definitely Cass Warfox because he's talking about Spellblade.
Okay, it's definitely Kaz Warfox then.
Yeah.
Definitely Kaz Warfox says, in fact, in that very call that Pizza's trying to use against me, I made it very clear that at no point was I trying to pull a Batman like Leo did. Just thought I felt bad for someone that went through the same problems I did and was silenced like I was silenced. So not only did I give them the chance to fight back, but I also gave them the resources necessary to make sure that creep of theirs actually gets the justice they deserve. Whether or not that happened indeed was up to Spellblade, not me. Redacted says, it's also possible retaliation from Leo when we were calling out Leo that he used Mint as bait. I don't know if that's true or not.
It's not. But Kumo says, may I screenshot this? This is an amazing explanation. All Kumo. I wish I could just call you right now just to like get a little bit of a talk here and there, but I think you're busy right now. But
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. Never mind.
Kaz Warfox says, yes, you can. Screenshot and use anything you feel I have to say warrants a point to make. I have nothing to hide as it stands.
I'm really starting to understand why they stayed radio silent about everything Kumo adds on.
Niora says, yeah, they shout out too hard and waddled away from being buttered. I can just imagine.
I farted and a poopy almost slipped out.
And sore to the point that anything they can showcase out there is all null and void. And because Kiwis are looking into Lurker's tweets, since they are basically highlighting a lot of shit from what has been posted out there, making it easier to digest. For someone who claims that they're not Lurker archivalists, they refer to their stuff a lot.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean by poor OPSEC. Like, they refer to themselves archivalists. What were we gonna say?
Well, okay, so the tweet below mentions Leo's Book of Omens server. Is that the Senate, or is that a different...
Different server. Okay,
that's a different server.
Yeah, it's his personal server.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Wait, minors in that server are named Thunder Kittens? Is that true?
I don't know. I don't want to find out.
Oh, no. I hope not. It's like Dream saying you are all my kittens. I think that's the end of the screenshots.
No, there's one more, actually.
There is?
Yeah.
No, it says that's the end of it.
Oh, I'm going backwards. There's one more screenshot that I haven't covered. It's 23/11/57.
Oh yeah, this one happened earlier though, so this was before all of that other shit.
Yeah, he didn't lambast me. He didn't shame me.
Do you want me to read what he's responding to?
Sure.
Kaz Warfox says, as far as I see it, you should be more than willing to call out any of your friends for saying fake shit and then not elaborate further on accusations they're throwing at you.
Ironic.
A good friend doesn't scream at people like this without some genuine proof beforehand.
Also ironic. He didn't lambast me. He didn't shame me. He simply wanted me, and when he did, we both had to go to bed for work in the morning. We don't talk day to day due to how much we have been going on, so I'm here asking you, all of you, until he can evaporate.
So who's Kumo talking about here?
Probably somebody outside from Fox Mafia.
Kaz Warfox says, so you didn't see that shit. Redacted says, oops, didn't know. And then Yora posts a video about testimony about Redacted's groomer, about the Redacted stuff.
And that's it. Oh my god.
Yay!
Yay! About time. Now
Well,
what?
I'll wait for the $5 in my PayPal. You can send that anytime. And you have a good rest of your stream. I'll just be lurking around.
Okay. Wait, before you go. Before you go.
Yes.
I can't donate you to PayPal because I'm banned.
What the fuck did you do?
Somebody donated me.
Work with. So it appears Princess Bubblegum is now younger. She's 13 years old now.
Oh, dang it! Well, I'm out of here. Goodbye, everyone.
I'll just start from here. For Kumo, Grimskull's, and Silver Fox's case, they were given information in regards to our situation for quite some time, and they were given the document that basically clarified everything in regards to our situation. They were given context and ways on the server raid situation that Lyle hashed out back in late January to other forms of information contained with my reformed documents I made about Lyle. I also want to clarify something. Oh yeah, this is where I was in. I never once defended Gilded in regards to the trifid Sue porn that he admits about, and I was never even friends with Gilded. What's actually funny throughout that bit, that call where Gilded apparently admitted to having that kind of stuff was in February, I believe. So kind of inconsistent time lapse. So whatever. Gilded Poo can clarify on that if he wants. In March/April, or to April I should say, I was under false pretenses, considering that Gilded made to where it was humor. This will result in Grimskull, Silver Fox, and Kubo playing the game of sides for the sake of saving themselves. What? What's your point here? This has nothing to do with what you just previously stated. I am disappointed that nuance was never taken into consideration at any level. They will rather kick us to the curb for their own sake, while myself and others are continued to be harassed until silence. They knew full well whether the allegations were debunked when they were looking into the situation. For Send a Slug, they are just giving it an excuse to create more clout while not giving any fair shake for myself and my friends to state our own sides of the situation. Okay, anyway. Okay, we're almost there. Holy shit. At the end of the day, me and many others have moved on a long time ago, and Fox Mafia officially disbanded since May. That's a lie, by the way. They actually troll shield their way within a different server. But I would show Cass's announcement here, and then just read it off. Hello everyone. I think this time would be my final announcement to you. I want to start off by saying that I am greatly appreciative of all of the years that you guys have stuck me around watching my content, supporting the cause and all that. For the time that it's lasted, it was a great thing, but now all of it has come to an end. For the past 8 months, however, has been quite an interesting hell. A lot of IRL problems compounded into situations where I said I did a lot of shit I don't remember or typically encourage. I was dealing with a pretty fractured mental state for a long time, and something that got a hell of a lot more worse after my breakup during Valentine's Day. Sometime after the fact, it took 2 people in my personal life to finally get me down after all that was said and done the damages that have already been committed. Recently, as you were aware, I was meant to be on call, and unfortunately, despite needing to be there, I didn't take the call due to a family situation involving a family member having a heart attack scare. It was pretty much in that moment I have realized that maybe this whole entire thing wasn't for me, because wasn't for me. This whole thing was a hobby. Pedophile hunting is a hobby apparently. But it quickly progressed into something I just wasn't prepared for. Something I never want to be a part of, really. I have too many things happening IRL that has severely fractured an already fractured mental state. Because of this, I will be dealing with this pedophile hunting thing, whatever the fuck, anymore. It used to be a hobby now. It's just something that has caused a lot of misery for me for a long time, as well as plenty of unhealthy, explosive tempers and maniac depressive states. God, what a mouthful, holy shit. For a nasty breakup to a consistent betrayal, to the loss of an old but important pet, to a heart attack scare from a family member, it all reminded me that I just can't handle this stuff anymore, and it's about time to move on. This server will stay active for at least a couple of days, if not more. Eventually, it will be scuffed. As well as this account will be eventually scuffed as well. So if you want to keep contact with me, be sure to do this now. Any servers that I still hold within return of the Grizz ship hosting and nothing more, if I ever choose to return, don't return. Not only will not bear the original name of the channel, let alone the Discord server, it'll also be for a completely form of content, perhaps. In the end of it, it's an I'll wait and see game. I might return again one day, I might not. We'll see. As for now, the Fox Mafia has officially disbanded and moved to a different server, which is brilliantly cut off on Neo's screenshot here. But besides the point, the main reason why I'm talking about this now is because these individuals will keep my name out of their mouths to the point of literal harassment for over a year. You don't say, Neo, because you're wrong. It's because you seclude yourself into this shit. You're wrong. And you don't self-reflect on that when given the actual critiques that I and others have been doing. And you still double down, or quadruple down, I should say. I just want to make a clarification based on brilliant misinformation being spread about me in friends of mine whatsoever. I want this to be given awareness from other content creators that see the same issues as I do, considering that me and my friends aren't the only ones dealing with harassment based on little to no evidence from visual antis. Neo, stop fucking linking shit that doesn't need to be linked. Nobody fucking cares what a fucking visual anti is. I do not want an apology from those who have wronged me. A good apology is to leave me alone and my friends alone. You could do the same, Neo, but you still decided to brilliantly lie. But whatever. I thought Cass said you missed the call because his dog died. Or was that a different instance? Well, that's referring to a different time lapse of where Lyle decided to let Cass enter a third-party server known as Lagovert server to a call that I participated in. So yeah, it was kind of a different instance, but yeah. The thing is, it's the internet. People are allowed to talk about you, even if you don't want them to. Exactly. And the thing is, too, you could just avoid this, but it's just by not talking about other people involved, including myself. We're here. So, that's just a skill issue. But Neo, if you want people to leave you alone, you also need to stop talking about it, which is what I previously said, but go off. I hope this gives encouragement for those who to come forward with their own stories about these internet vigilantes. Spreading branded false allegations about them. Oh my god. I wish for those who have wronged me to officially leave me alone for good. Hopefully this lets me at ease to know that my story is finally being heard and not muddled by lies, but this document is muddled by lies. Thank you for reading this and have a good one. And most of this is just a shot at me and Gilded and other people that just don't buy Neo's bullshit just because they threw them under the bus, and they're upset because Kumo, of all people, wouldn't even white knight for them. I might actually have to timestamp these events and after the stream, but if you have any questions to the whole Fox Mafia bit, Enla, I'm talking about you, by the way, feel free to contact me throughout all this. Honestly, if you don't care, then do what you think you must do, but the whole point of this stream is to clarify on some bits of what Neo is accusing me for, as well as her poisoning the well once it comes to my bit of the document, as well as poisoning the well for other people that I don't think any of us will agree on. It's 1:27 a.m. The counter has added up to 26, which is a lot for a 3-page document. It's not that I don't care, it's just that I fail to understand how the Fox Mafia stuff matters so much in the greatest game of things. That's fair, actually. This whole thing is just irrelevant to begin with. And to be granted for some of the stuff in this, I don't blame you for not knowing, not following along with this kind of stuff, because all of this is just old information that Dio is just trying to spew out still to this day. Like, the only way I'm seeing this matters is the fact that Lyle keeps bringing up to guilt by association people. Fair enough. So, 26 for a 3-page document says a lot. I have no idea any of this was even a thing until Kumo reacted to my video. Readily lol. Yes, Coomp. See, Emma? See what I'm talking about? I'm kidding. Anyways, I feel like ending the stream from here out. Hopefully this gets clarified in the future that either Neo shuts the fuck up about this situation as a whole, or just leave the internet if it bothers you. Because for me, I really don't care. Anyways, good stream. That guest appearance is 10 out of 10. Wonder who that was. Me too, Emma. Me too. My final say on this situation is, if you're gonna complain about people talking about things online, just delete yourself on the fucking internet if it bothers you so much. Because I have the right to respond to things that you still claim to this day, especially within this document that I could talk about, and then you condone it as harassment or whatever the fuck. That's just you deflecting majorly because you don't want to hear the truth or my stance on the situation that I have already debunked. I'm probably gonna take some fucking Tylenol because I'm actually having a headache from reading this document. So thank you guys for tuning in the stream. Neo, if you're watching this, delete yourself from the internet if it's...
Well,
Verified.
yeah. I never thought about doing that.
Oh my god.
Who's the master?
That is insane.
It's like the dumbest. It's the dumbest way to figure it out. Like nobody would think about it, and because it's so fucking stupid, that's why I thought of it. I'm the dumbest smart motherfucker around.
So I'm gonna pause here for a second in order to info dump onto the people that don't have a Twitter account, or the people that have no idea what the fuck is going on. So in a nutshell, prior to recording this VC where we're reading through this document, it was brought to my attention that the email associated with this document was librarianarchival@gmail.com. Spectre took that email in order to do a password recovery on Twitter. And through doing so, many people might look at this and say, well, all he did was confirm like the first 2 letters of an email. And the truth is, if you thought that, well, this is why I'm kind of pausing here to explain. You can't actually do a password reset on Twitter without having the correct email, because this will happen. This is a recording of me, after the fact, attempting to do exactly the same thing and accidentally failing because for some reason I thought the email was librarian archivalist as opposed to librarian archival. Oops. But ultimately, I do get the correct email, and it does go through and confirm basically everything Spectre did in this video. And thus proving without any shadow of a doubt that the same person that logged into Google and authored that Google Doc using that email was the same person that used that email to log into the Archivalist B account. That person was Nia.